Welcome, welcome, welcome to Friday Night Drama. So here we are, and welcome to dear Edna. Edna, if you want a link, let me know, and you can come up and we can talk about what's been going on, because there's always loads going on, and I think you might be interested in the couple of channels that I've been looking at in order to put on this little show. So before we start, I feel that some of you may not be aware of who I am, what I am. Yeah, because there's so many people that have put out the wrong impression on me. Because of that, I've just got this little thing that I want you to watch, and then we'll get on. And I think that Edna wants to come up, so great, there'll be two of us. So this is me, guys. And isn't that the best way to be, guys? Always be yourself. Always. Don't be the person that people want you to be or expect you to be. Be yourself. You are accountable to nobody other than yourself. Okay, speech over. Edna, get your ass up here, girl. How are we? Are we all good? I hope we're all good. Do you know, I've had a lazy day today because I've had a very busy week. I've managed to sort of cram in all the family this week, and we've eaten we've eaten in lots of restaurants because another thing about my family is we like to eat out. We can't help it. It's just our thing. If we go shopping, we'll always end up eating out, whether it's in a coffee shop or whether it's in a restaurant. We always eat out. So that's one of our things. Anyway, so this obviously is a little bit different to what I put out or what I have been putting out in my other live streams, where I've been doing Canva tutorials and just having a whale of a time. So in this live stream, it's called Friday Night Drama because I think that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about drama, guys. I found this new channel today and I was quite, I mean, I've heard of him before. He's called House of Hannibal and I've heard of him before, but I've never watched him. I was quite sort of, what did I think when I first saw him? I thought, wow, I like the way he does his live streams. He puts some thought into it. He I like his voice. He's got a good voice, and I found him quite sort of interesting. One of the reasons why I checked him out was firstly because Timberly, who I'm one of her taters, I'm a Timber tater, guys. And I love it. I love every minute of being a Timber tater. Anyway, so Timber mentioned him, and I thought, you know what, I might. I was in there earlier today, and she was saying that this Hannibal guy had sort of spoken out on Yo Mama. Now listen, you know how I feel about Yo Mama. I've been torn about him in the past, but I think I get him now, and I think he's nothing more than a troll, really. But he's a troll that makes me laugh. Is that wrong? Is that wrong that I sort of laugh at him? On a serious level, as far as Yo Mama's concerned, I don't feel that he does his homework. I've said that before. He doesn't do his homework, but I still find him quite likable. There's something about him I like. So I thought, oh, well, I'll give this House of Hannibal a look and see, what he's got to say about it. And, I found myself agreeing with him. I found myself thinking, do you know, he's not wrong. The whole time I kept thinking to myself, he's not wrong. So I think it would be good just to play a section of his video. I'm not going to play all of it. I'm just going to show some of it so that we can talk about it. And of course, we need somebody else in here to keep me company. So here we have our Edna. Hello, Edna. Hello, Edna. She's got her microphone off.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, darling. I'm good. I've missed you. I've not seen you round and about, and I
I
did,
know I've been MIA a
um,
little bit.
sort of try and reach out to you because you never know what's going on in people's lives, and you know, I always think that, I mean, the sad reality is, I think if I disappeared offline for like 6 months, I wouldn't be missed. But I feel with
No.
you, I think, yeah, I missed you. I missed you in Timber's chats. I missed you in my lives. And I thought, oh, let me just check. Let me just check everything's okay. So, how are you, darling?
Thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you, Jen.
You're welcome.
So I'm really relaxed. So that's one thing. The other, I heard you talking about Hannibal, and I used to be in Hannibal's Discord. I used to watch a lot of Hannibal, so
Oh,
I'm
that's
ready to talk.
interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I wasn't aware of that. I do realise that quite a few of Timber, if I'm right, that quite a few of Timber's subs watch him. So today I thought, I'll give it a go. So let's start here. I've sort of watched some of it because he was on for 3 hours. So
Okay.
I didn't want to, watch all of it. But anyway, so here we go.
I didn't mean to interrupt you because you got to hurry up and get the hell off my channel.
Apartment building, from what I understand, is only meant to be for families. It's only
Okay, now, firstly, I want to make sure that everybody can hear that. Can you in the chat say yay, nay, blurred, whatever? Is that okay for everybody? I have to sort of keep it quite low on my computer because otherwise I get the feedback, which is really
Okay.
annoying. So, did you hear that all right, Edna?
Yes, I did. It
Good.
was a little low, but I could still hear it. Yes.
Okay, let's turn him up a bit then. Turn him up a bit. And I think what I'm going to do is mute myself while he's playing because then it doesn't sort of feed back off of my computer or my microphone.
Okay. You
Okay.
shouldn't have a problem, but
I know, but it
Yeah, but
happens.
go ahead. Yeah, that's true.
Right, so I've started on this bit. Now, just before this bit, he was talking about the relationship between garlic bread and Yomama. I think we all know
Oh, okay.
those of us that watch Yomama will know that, you know, he's got this ongoing thing with garlic bread, and you know, he doesn't say very nice things about him. Um,
Right. It's like the opposite of a bromance.
Yes. Most definitely the opposite of a bromance. Um, so yeah, so here, what's his name? Hannibal. Hannibal is just playing the tail end of a video that Garlic Bread put up about Foodie.
All
meant
right.
to be for a single year. And there's some qualifiers as to your citizenship in the country. So the reality is, at least right now, the owner of the business, as of about an hour ago, is now fielding responses from the community
Hey, Bella.
because Chantal wanted to bring attention to herself, wanted to bring attention to what she felt was her being wronged, and got herself in a situation where people are now leaving reviews that this business owner, who I'm sure has no idea who Foodie Beauty is, who has no idea where the imageries are coming from, does not know about Chantal eating 3 grilled cheese sandwiches in his building, does not know about.
Right, before we go on with this, have you heard about what's been happening, Edna, as regards Foodie in the building?
Yes, I have. I
You have.
saw I was I guess what's the word? Happy sound doesn't seem right, but I was um I was maybe glad, or it was more positive to hear that they weren't leaving negative reviews, whoever was leaving these reviews, that they were, weren't they, even though there's still an issue, people
Yeah,
shouldn't, I believe people should not be leaving reviews like this, affecting, someone's business, and just just the fact that, this is a bunch of play YouTube drama nonsense, right? And this
yeah.
person is trying to run a legitimate, like rental apartment building. They don't need to be bothered with this nonsense. And that's the part that's kind of like off-putting, kind of concerning about it all. But other than that, it seems this go around to be more lighthearted and kind of funny.
Well, I have to say that the pictures that I've seen, I've roared at. I just think they're hilarious. And, you know, on a serious level,
Hmm.
do I believe that it will, you know, have a serious effect on the building owners? I don't know. Um, I don't think so. And I think those people that are saying that it would happen, yeah, I think they're sort of making a mountain out of a molehill. On another
I would
level,
have to agree, yeah.
yeah. On another level, I honestly feel, and I think I've said it in chats, that I feel that this is karma. She's getting her karma. And this is where I was agreeing with what's his name? Garlic bread or garlic bread. I was agreeing with him because she has put out an extraordinarily disgusting amount of behaviors out into the world, and in such a way that she has got so many real haters out there. Um, and if this is their way of getting back at her, then I kind of applaud them. You know, I'm not sorry to say that. I think it
Hmm.
serves you right. You know, I mean, look at her. Just look at that picture on there. I'm sorry. For me, I just find it disgusting. And this is the only time that I've ever really spoken about her on my channel
Hmm.
because I just think she's awful, you know.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, but I can't say I quite agree. It's just that, this is how she chooses to live her life, right? And I feel that while I will kiki and laugh and enjoy the nonsense that these people have put up, I don't I wouldn't do it myself. I think it's a step too far.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say I wouldn't do it either because, but the reason is not because I think it's a step too far, but because I couldn't be bothered. She's not important in my life. So yeah, I really couldn't be bothered. But I do think that there are people out there who have been so deeply insulted by her that they will go to those levels, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Well,
let's
and for
listen.
what she said and done, I don't blame them. Yeah.
Yeah, and, actually the bit before this, and I don't really wanna go back over it because I don't want this to be about her, um, but when Gorlick actually, catalogues all the things that she's done online, you can see why some people despise her.
Oh,
You know, she's
absolutely.
managed to insult just about every corner of society, whether it's religion, she's insulting religion now, whether
Yeah.
it's the LGBTQ communities,
Oh my goodness,
um,
don't even get me started on that,
black
Jen.
people, old people,
Yeah.
children. You know, when you look at her catalogue of content, you can see why people really despise her. And,
Yeah, it's pretty
I
rough.
rarely use the word hate because I think hate is a very, very strong word, but I do understand why people actively hate her. I do understand that.
Listen, I was offended as a fat woman, so I get you. I'm just like, this woman, to be honest, I think that's what it really is about for me. It's just I'm just so offended as a fellow,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
overeater, I guess. It's just like, ma'am, this is not what this no. It's it's just kinda like, stop it.
No, I
But yeah.
know. Anyway, let's play some more.
About Salah's gaming platforms in his building now has to sit here and atone for all of these things. And Chantal, I would imagine at some point you are going to learn the very easy lesson of stop involving your personal life on your channel because these are the results when you attack other creators. It's very simple. Just don't attack other creators and no one will make a response to you.
Yeah, see, I didn't realize that. Apparently, she's been flagging um other creators and getting their YouTube channels taken down.
Yeah, I heard, did Monty say something like that too?
Yeah. See, yeah. I mean, she just doesn't seem to. I honestly believe that she has some sort of defiant disorder. I can never think of the full word for it, but she's actively defiant against everybody in her self-loathing. If I had to sort of describe her in in a statement, that would be definitely in that statement. She
Hmm.
has so much self-loathing that she really doesn't care. She doesn't care what people think. That's my thoughts on her. So this is actually Gorlick just finishing off here, and then we go on to Hannibal.
And when they do, deal with it behind the scenes if you like.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, prepare for there to be conversation back and forth. And it can either be an adult conversation, which honestly you seem incapable of having, or it can be this type of conversation, which honestly you should have known was going to happen. Look at what happened to the restaurant the two of you went to. Did you really assume people weren't going to do that to where you're living? I feel bad for everyone else in the building. I feel bad for the business owner have to deal with this, but everyone knows the blame of this situation rests solely on Chantal. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
100%.
thank you. My thoughts are I would have to agree that everything that's going on right now solely lies on the responsibility of Chantel. she's created this type of environment for herself and these type of responses for individuals. And also with her creation of these type of environments and responses has come channels that have been created that are seemingly what I'm going to go as, and I'm just going to call them the tools of entertainment. That's what Chantel has created, tools of entertainment.
See, I have to say, I totally agree with this. Do you agree with this, Edna?
Hmm. Perhaps. I don't know. Like I don't he hasn't really said much yet.
Okay.
So
All right, let's play it a bit more.
And when it comes down to being a tool of entertainment, let's ask, what do you all like about Yomama? I've been asked to do a thorough research and homework and figure out why anybody's even watching Yomama.
Okay, as a Yomama watcher, I suppose I've got every right to answer his question. What do I like about Yomama? I like his energy. I
the
like
energy is on 11 on a 10-point scale for sure.
yeah. I like that. Right. I've got used to the giggle a little bit, but then I think that
Hmm.
he's trying not to giggle as much as he did. So I like that he's listened to people. Right.
Yeah, I
Hi,
think
Dawn.
it's
How
like
are
a
you,
coping
darling?
mechanism type of thing, and he's realized maybe, like it's like he doesn't need it as much as he think he is. Or he think he does.
Yeah. Dawn here has said, I'm listening to Hannibal, and Hannibal is accurate in my opinion. This is for gawking and giggles only. This is what I think as well, Dawn. And that's why I can't really be offended by him because he he is an entertainer, and I've said that from the very beginning. I think Yo Mama is an entertainer. Where I feel he's gone wrong is that he's well, not gone wrong, but gone a bit left field, is that he's aligned himself with certain people that are very different to him. Okay, and
Well,
I
the
do,
thing is, it's like you have to align yourself to kind of be in the game. And I think that's what many people don't realize is that, like, unless you, oh, excuse me.
you all right there, Edna? Okay, let's play a little bit more, and
Sorry, just had to take a bit of a cough break.
that's all right,
It's like
darling.
just to kind of be, just to kind of have a voice out here. If you're talking with somebody, it's almost as if you're talking against somebody else. And, that's, it's hard to navigate that unless you want to be all on your own.
Yeah, and I could say the way I do things now, I am very much on my own as
Mhm.
regards. I don't. Right. It's like oh, how can I put it? I talk
Hey,
about
John.
whomever I want to talk about. I go wherever I want to go. That does with that comes a certain amount of hostility because people assume that if you're in somebody's live stream that you must believe everything that they're saying, that you are
Yes,
backing
that you're
bad
a follower,
behavior or
that
anything
you're,
like that.
yeah.
But
It's
it's
like if
not
you have a
like that.
membership or not.
Yeah,
Or
it's not like that for
people
me.
don't realize you can be gifted a membership too.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
know.
just by being there is an assumption that you're like a follower, that you're a supporter. And it's like sometimes you just want to get a different point of view.
Yeah. And also sometimes you just like watching people, don't you? You know,
Right.
you can't always put your finger on it. I like watching Yomama. Sometimes I think is a bit much, and I have to turn my, uh, my volume down. But I've also noticed that he's turned his volume down. But then if he's
Mhm.
reacting to somebody, then their volume is really loud. So that's a bit annoying. Um, so what do we think about what Dawn said? He's too
Dawn
critical
says
for
he
someone with
mhm.
very little knowledge about people in this community. He knows no law. He's also refusing to do research.
I don't think
Um,
he's refusing to do research, but I agree. He did come in very loud and wrong. Hey Sherry.
yeah. So let's carry on. I think, at the moment we're all sort of agreeing on what Hannibal's saying, which is a good thing. Mind you, I doubt if we'll agree on everything, Edna. We never do.
Yeah.
A, what's the appeal? Or B, what's the appeal for your mom? Because from my point of view,
Hey
your mama
Sharon.
came into the community at an interesting time in girl world
Interesting.
surrounding that last creator we just listened to, Garlic Bread. Garlic Bread and Breezy had their falling out. This was his entry, this was his gateway. First of all, let me stop and think. He followed Garlic Bread to the community. And during that time, there was a massive push in girl world to ban all male creators.
See, I wasn't aware of that. Were you aware of that?
I wasn't, but at the same time, that doesn't surprise me. But I mean, that's not really something you could do. So, I mean, I wouldn't think too much about it, to be honest.
No. But then if you look at Girl World, I mean, I think he's got a point in saying this. Um, and perhaps it's true. It's not something that I've really sort of looked deeply into. I've seen it said a few times that, the only
Hmm.
men in Girl World are gay. And I've thought, well, is that true though? Gary's not gay. Uh, and some of those awful ones. Who's the one that's
I mean, I'm pretty sure well, I mean, I can't
yeah,
say,
Monty's not
but I'm
gay.
just like, he's not gay. Yeah.
Who's that horrible one
Hannibal's not gay.
that crashed his car? What's his
Oh,
name?
S Jam.
Yeah, S Jam. He's not gay.
He's
And
not gay.
and neither is Yo Mama. So I don't know if that's a point. I don't know whether that's a
I don't
real
think it's
issue or
about
not.
sexuality. Yeah.
Right, let's see what Dawn said here. I heard a couple of people question why straight men are here, but I think that is somewhat unfair. I agree with you, Dawn. I
Because
agree
that's
with
like, why are
you.
we here? It's because
Because the thing,
yeah, go ahead.
no, it's because straight guys love the drama. They do. Straight guys do love the drama as well. There are some straight guys, in Timber's chat. And
Yes.
I love the drama. It's a bit like watching, I would say, it's a bit like watching what do they call it? Like real live TV. What do they call it? Crap TV?
Oh,
It's a bit
reality
like
TV.
yeah, reality TV, yeah. It's a bit like that. And some men, they love it as much as their
Yeah.
wives or their girlfriends do.
Jen, have you seen the show Jersey Shore?
No, but my
Jersey.
girls have. My
Oh
girls
my
have.
goodness. When
It's
you
awful,
said
isn't it?
who said that? Dawn's hug box, and she said straight men I know gossip more than I do. Yes. V- I just keep thinking of Ronnie. It was a couple, it was Ronnie and Sam, I think. And Ronnie was the guy and Sam was the girl. Not that matters, but they were just a heterosexual couple. And they were so dramatic. every other episode they were fighting and getting back together, and I mean physical. It was a mess. But the thing is, it was, and like, of course, half the cast were straight guys. So it was so dramatic. So for this whole idea that straight men don't like drama or wouldn't be in drama, I don't know where that
Mm,
comes from.
no, I don't either.
To get rid of all male creators. I just find the timing that he came into the girl world when there was such a massive push to ban all male creators, and then he's accepted as one of the only male creators that anybody can go to. That's suspicious.
Is he accepted though? I don't think he is accepted.
I
I
think he
really
has
don't.
good music. You know, he has some production value. So, you know, you come on and you have the glitz and the glam and you're talking, and he had an end with Foodie, you know, she was talking to him. It's like
Yeah.
how much need?
I think this is, Hannibal touches on that as well, which I found this really interesting what he had to say. And, I'm not saying I'm a young, what you call it, a Yomama stan. I don't stan for anybody. I
Mhm.
enjoy people, and yes, I enjoy Yomama. I go into his lives. I'm actually a member. I don't know what happened to me that day. I just thought, "Oh, how you made me laugh. I'll become a member." Um, but,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, but, I like him. I find him interesting.
Yeah,
I'd much rather watch him than somebody like Foodie, or, um, somebody who's got no personality whatsoever. I like
right.
personality, and that's probably because I think because I'm so out there and I'm so sort of loud and everything, um, I
You
sort of
appreciate it in
I
someone else.
appreciate it. I love
Yeah,
eccentricity. I love it. Um, and I think sometimes, your mama goes over, over the mark, but it's very easy to do that when you're of a certain mindset and you've got a certain personality. Sometimes you do need to be pulled back a bit. Um, and and I feel that he does try. Um, but there's some interesting things that Hannibal
I
says.
agree.
Yeah.
He does try.
Now, I understand he has a channel that he's had for 15 plus years, but um, interesting. His channel was a Madden channel and dealt with gaming, and it was good. It was his niche. It was his thing. He should have stayed there because as he entered into the girl world, he has had a lack of understanding of anything that's going on and is shown to be more egotistical and misogynist than he has led on or is currently showing.
Okay, right. I'm not going to say that I think he's misogynistic. I don't think he is misogynistic. Um,
Yeah, I didn't really pick up on those tones.
no. I think he's a fun-loving guy. But no, I don't think he's misogynistic. Let's carry on.
Now, has he
B.
been homophobic
And I
or, you
offer
know,
that when he
whatever in the
came in,
past? Perhaps, because I remember there was something that transpired between him and Miami Vice, right? But she didn't really want to get into it, and he hasn't said anything, so you know. But I think Monty pulled. He brought it up when he had his when he had his little whatever with your
Back
mama.
with him. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you would call it, but because it didn't really go very far, because
I
your
think
mama
the
really
thing with
couldn't say much. Yeah.
I think the thing with Yo Mama is, and it happens time and time again, when he finds somebody else to um react to, he jumps in. It's like there's a big pool, right? And he jumps in, and then he
Hmm.
comes up, and it's like, oh my god, I didn't realize it was. He needs to start putting his toes in. a bit more
Mm.
or for a bit
But I
longer
think
because
that's maybe part of his appeal too, because it's like because he jumped in, we know it's gonna be a bunch of foolishness. So it's
yeah,
like that's part of what's funny about it. Like it's like we're laughing with him, but we're kind of laughing at him.
yeah. It's like, you seriously think that? Oh my God. And I remember with that particular one with Miami Vice, um, I felt so sorry for her, and I just
Oh,
the way that Yo Mama was firstly talking about it, it was obvious once again he hadn't done his homework. And it's
mm-hmm.
like, oh no, and that's why I started trolling in there because I thought, you don't know what you're talking about, man.
Right,
you know, and that's one of the reasons why I started trolling. Now, I don't. Is it trolling? Sometimes, I suppose, but I try and put him right. I try and say, "Your
right.
mama, you're wrong there. That's not
Mm-hmm.
true." And like when he keeps saying that he's unbiased, and I'm like, "You're not unbiased, for goodness sake, man." Um,
Right.
but there's one thing that I will say about him. He seems to have got me straight away. He knows that,
Nice.
I'm a troll, and he respects that. So I like it. I like him. I
Mm-hmm.
like him for that.
Yeah.
But
I guess maybe I haven't realized I'm a troll or in what capacity because I think to some extent we're all kind of trolling here, right? Because this isn't how we are in real life. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like I mean what I say, or like
yeah,
people. I feel like people are serious to some extent.
yeah. I think people do take it way too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Into the girl world, everybody was a bitch. You fat bitch, these fat bitches, these bitches over here in girl world, the gaming world does this. It's a bitch, that bitch, this. Now, granted, when you switch over into the community, the first thing you don't want to do is offend everybody by calling them out of their name.
No, those bitches came through a little harsh.
That's true.
I had to catch myself. I clutched my pearls a little bit for a minute there.
You were clutching, were you? You was
I meant
clutching your pearl.
for a second, I was like, "Hold on now, Hannibal." No, but no,
See,
yeah.
now, bitch over here isn't that offensive.
Oh,
So
okay.
I use the word bitch. Yeah, bitch. I don't even
I
think
mean,
is a
it's a
swear
sentence
word.
enhancer, like, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
No, it was just okay.
yeah. So I remember that when it came out. And I found it quite amusing because it's a
Oh, it's
word that
funny.
I use. I do use it a lot. I mean, I'm just trying to think, would I use it on my kids? No, I don't think so. Um, but I suppose it is a little bit sweary, but I think it's much harsher in America. I'll put it that way.
Okay. You're not gonna hear it on the
But yet,
news.
he's been allowed to do that and has been accepted
He hasn't been
by
accepted
some.
by some.
He's toned that down because, of course, behind the scenes, Girl World has been talking to him, which
Ah.
lets me or brings the question up as to what's the thin line from being a reaction channel and turning into a locale yourself? Because I offer that your mama is just as big a locale as the one his boss, Foodie. And I'm going to, from now on, refer to her
Oh.
as his boss.
Well, I do agree with that. I do feel that Foodie is feeding him. Um, and
No, Jen, I disagree. I
oh, okay. You
it's just okay.
disagree?
The thing is, why does everybody have to be a locale? Because some of these people, maybe I don't know. I just feel like they're sharing their life, and that's just what it is. They can't help if their life is kind of out there. But it's, that's not really our place to judge them, I feel.
I don't think that. Let me get this straight. I don't think that Yo Mama's a locale, but I do
Okay.
think that this next part that Hannibal says is quite sort of instrumental in the way he does his the way he does his reactions and to whom he does the reactions. That's
Okay.
where I think that the word is coming from with Hannibal as regards
Mhm.
Yo Mama. I don't think he's a lol cow, but I do think that some of his allegiances, shall we say, are questionable. That's what I would say.
Hmm. Okay, sure. Okay, I'll shut up then.
because, well, it's just well-known facts that they communicate behind the scenes, which is one reason why I don't believe that your mama will give Foodie the same energy that he gives the other reaction channels.
That's
Since
true.
he's came into Girl World, I've told you all from day one, that winter was coming.
Winter's
I
coming.
told you, be prepared,
Mhm.
get yourself together. Winter was coming.
I was hoping summer was
Winter is
coming.
now here.
Oh no.
And there was brief outrage, outcry. There's still some channels out there that's crying about it, but for the most part, everybody can go over there and watch and see, myself included. I often go over to watch and see. I'm basically doing a lot of homework. And
I can't believe there's somebody on here that speaks slower than me.
I was gonna say, Hannibal, you can maybe put on like 1.5.
Oh my God, shall I? That's a good idea. Right. How do we do this?
He has a great
Um,
voice, but yeah,
it
it
is a
is a
great
little
voice, but it is very, very
the playback speed,
slow.
yes.
Let's
Yeah,
go
1.5, maybe even 2.
125. You happy with that?
Okay. I think we even can go even quicker, but sure.
Okay, let's try 1.5. Let's hope we can.
I do get caught up in the entertainment because he can be occasionally entertaining. But I find the fact that he knows none and that his show is all about exposing someone in a very, very messy way instead of gaining any kind of knowledge and
Mhm.
expressing his video or his opinion is having any kind of lore or backstory. I find that the answer to the question as to why your mama is here is because some of us, including myself, on occasion enjoy mindless entertainment. I grew up watching Beavis and Butthead. There's nothing that I can use Beavis and Butthead for in this modern day and age. There's nothing or no knowledge that I have, and I have pee in my bunghole or whatever. That's not going to do anybody any justice.
Can I just say, I've never watched Beavis and Butthead. That's not my humor at all.
Yeah, I would have to agree. When I think of MTV cartoons or animation, I think of Daria. That was my show.
I haven't even heard of that one.
Oh,
I'm not a
okay.
cartoon person. I've never been into cartoons.
Even adult animation or like Bob's
No,
Burgers, which is
no,
okay.
you're missing out, says Dawn. And The
You
Simpsons,
are.
my kids all know I hate it. It's like, oh, for God's sake.
No.
Like when we were growing up, or when they were growing up, rather,
Right. Uh-huh.
and they used to love The Simpsons. I'm like, oh my God. And then my ex-husband loved The Simpsons, and I'm like, what? No. I
That's
just don't.
funny.
I just don't like them. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I
Have
mean,
you seen the new Lion King?
have I seen what? Sorry.
The new Lion King. They
No,
did like a live action Lion King, or
no.
King of the Hill was very good, Dawn.
I just don't get.
Um,
I just don't get. Yeah, I just don't get cartoons that are meant to be for adults. It's like
hmm.
what?
In the
You know
real
what? We're
world.
getting distracted. Yeah, there you go.
So,
Oh,
oh, give me 1 second. Why is my stuff not loading? we're having all kinds of technical issues back here in the house, but that's not going to stop
He's got a
or
great
stop
voice,
anything.
this guy.
It's
I
not going to
like
stop
his
anything. It's
voice.
this lack of knowledge
He
that I
does.
find that your mama has that is part of the root of the issue,
Yeah.
because it's this lack of knowledge that allows him to be a bully with his content,
Hmm.
as he doesn't have any lore or any knowledge of the people that he's talking about. So he will continue to clout chase and talk to creators behind the scenes and gather information so that he can spill the beans, as he did with Skinny Queen. Part of this.
You know, I have to say, I kind
Mhm.
of agree a bit with this. Do I agree as a clout chaser? No, I don't know. I'm on the fence now. I don't think he is a clout chaser, but then I could be wrong.
No, I have to agree 100% with Hannibal on that one. He doesn't care about the lore. I mean, you can see, but
Mhm.
he knows, or I think he finds out enough to where he's not gonna make those like big glaring mistakes that he did before, where people were just like, "Come on now," you know. But does he care? No, he wants the scoop.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, there was a time that I used to get so frustrated because, especially when he's talking about Foodie, I'm like, can you not see what she's doing? And I think a lot of people feel that way about him, and it's not a nice way to feel. If you're watching a creator that you want to enjoy, and you want to laugh along with, or what, for whatever reason, if you feel that they are so wrong in what they're saying, there comes a point where the frustration is just going to make you think, "Oh, I can't be bothered to go in there now," because he's just talking out of his arsehole, you
Oh, I
know?
didn't really look at it that way.
I think we've lost Edna. Don't know where she went. So let's carry on with Monty. Not Monty, with
This
Hannibal.
was because I
Hannibal.
reviewed the video of Skinny, as that this information she had no problem with coming out. It was the way it came out, how it was presented in a very nonsensical fashion or non-sensitive fashion.
Okay, so we've been reacting to this young man for 45 minutes. So there was something, another one I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
So let me get on. I don't want to just be, bogged down with the same guy. Um, Edna's
Spirits are
here.
outside. And I'm here, Dawn. I'm here. I was just
Yeah,
coughing a little bit, so I wanted to mute myself so I wasn't hacking in the mic.
that's all right, darling. Right now, this is quite an
I
interesting
can't
one.
remember what my wrap up with Hannibal was gonna be. I guess just that I think he's kind of putting more, maybe Hannibal comes um from a different point of view. I mean, clearly he comes from a different point than Yomama, right? And I
Yeah.
think people don't really care. Like he's thinking like, oh, like do we understand that, your mama's this, that, and the other? And it's like, yeah, but he's still entertaining, so we watch. Or at least a little bit.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't want to get too deep into that sort of reaction, because I'd rather just play snippets of, a few reactors that, I've been watching, and, have a few
Right.
things to say on them. But I'm not saying that I agreed 100% with what Hannibal was saying, but I will say that I found some of the things, I was nodding to, and I was like, "Yeah, you've got a point there." And I think he was
Yeah.
good at describing how Mama first plunged into the head first into girl world,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think he did that very well.
Mhm.
So this young lady, oh, we've got a little bit of history, but it's kind of history that we never really fought. Okay, I just want to put up this.
Who is
I think he
this?
finds value in being contrary with the general consensus. Absolutely. I think he likes playing devil's advocate. That's what I think, and I think he came
Mama
in
or
forward
Hannibal? Oh,
with
your
that
mama.
idea. Yomama. That's what I believe with Yomama. I don't think he's come in as a clout chaser or anything. I think he's just come in
Mm.
to rile up a few people, and let's face it, he's managed to do it. But the thing that I don't like, and we could have listened to more of Hannibal, where he says, he introduces FFG and the way he talks to FFG about it. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like the way he really does sort of go for certain creators like FFG, and who's the other one, Just Breezing. You may feel that they deserve it, and that's entirely up to you, but I just don't like that every single time
Can
it
you read
seems
my
to be
thoughts? Jeez.
he's attacking them. Hey, Brittany. Hi,
Hi,
darling. How are
Brittany.
you? Lovely to see you. So, lovely to see you here. Thank you so much for coming in. I've just been reacting to, well, you'll have to watch the beginning of the video because we're now moving on. We're moving on to somebody called Bridget. Now, I've got a feeling that Edna doesn't really know who Bridget is. Now, this is on
Not
the
at all.
this is kind of linked in some ways, but it's more on the hussy, um, DC, tragic, um, Neg's side. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm sorry, I know you don't really know them, but I'd already sort of got this lined up to go.
Oh, no, that's fine.
So,
I kind of like I know Hussy a little bit, but you know, I mean I know of them. Yeah.
yeah, right. If I can explain this quickly, this young lady here, she was the one that decided when MFW, who is linked to Hussey, right? When MFW
Mhm.
had a fallout with the boyfriend, this woman, called YouTube Rejects, managed to get the boyfriend, the jilted boyfriend, onto um onto her channel and got him to spill some beans. Right. Eventually, I mean, honestly, the guy
Wait, John,
is a
Jan,
picnic
Jan,
short, is a sandwich short of a picnic.
isn't isn't didn't they get back together?
Yes. Yes. I was getting to that.
Lord,
They're now back
I'm
together.
sorry.
So now they're back together. I did speak about this, I think, in my last live. When they got back together, they've now realised that this woman here and Tragic, who also spoke to the guy, Mr.
Mhm.
Baldyman, they realised they were just being played. So Bridget has just started a channel. Let me tell you, I like Bridget. Okay.
Mhm.
We had our sort of word.
YouTube rejects is Bridget.
No, no. Bridget is this one down here in the corner. Okay.
Okay.
She is going to be reacting to this. Okay, to this
Oh,
woman.
gotcha.
Okay.
So
Now
we're
this
watching a
woman,
reaction of a react, or we're
yeah,
reacting to a reaction.
yeah. Now the reason
Gotcha.
why is because I don't really want to react to this woman. She's an idiot.
Mhm.
But
No,
I want to
um,
give Bridget a call out because I like her.
the
She's
views
come into
expressed
my
by the
chats a
host
few
do not
times.
include the views of the panel.
What? What?
I was putting out my disclaimer. It's like the views of the host do not carry over to be the views of the panel.
Yes. Okay. Oh, Edna, you're so silly. Yes, I called him Mr. Baldy Man. Anyway, let's get on with
Oh
this.
my
Edna
goodness.
always seems to be a couple of steps
Jen, you're
behind me,
so
but
funny.
she does
Or
catch up.
ahead, because I was I was asking questions that you hadn't gotten to yet.
Right, let's listen to this.
and basically said that your fucking timeline was all fucked up, just like I said, because you said that you backed away from Hussy because of D, you backed away from Hussy because of Rose Thorn, and I said that shit happened way later, and the person that I talked to said that shit happened a year prior to you backing off, and it had nothing to do with the situation. So again, your timeline is off. You're remembering wrong. I don't know if you have some cognitive issues, but you were either lying or you're just plain wrong. Either way, you're wrong.
Hi, Soulshine. One of Tragic streams just went down for bullying, which there was nothing said that was like
sounds accurate. I didn't see the stream, but it sounds pretty on par.
Yeah, okay. A little bit more backstory, because I do know, unlike Yomama, God love him. Anyway, Bridget was once sort of intertwined with Tragic.
How was she intertwined?
Well, they liked each other, so I think, you know,
Oh,
yeah, but not
a
in real life.
romance.
It was all online. Okay.
Yeah,
So, and I
with a real
remember,
feeling.
yeah, I think there were feelings from her
Mm.
anyway. And I remember being on a live stream, and she came up on there and we started talking. And I tell you what, we had such a laugh. And I remember her saying to me, I'd love to go out with Jan. I think Jan's a hoot. We would have a good laugh if we went out
Yeah.
together. And, you know, and I thought, oh, she gets me. So anyway,
Mhm.
at that time, I remember saying to her, so is it true that you and Tragic are sort of, you know, getting to know each other? And she was like, well, yeah, you know, I do. And I thought, well, good. And I remember saying to her, well, good for you, girl. You go for it. If that's what you like, if you like ginger men, you go for it, darling. I do laugh at my own jokes. Nobody else does but me.
No, it's getting ridiculous.
Sorry,
Basically, I'm
I
going to
did
watch
give you
everything I
kind
do
of
and
a
say, I know
silent
it's
laugh there.
Because you're a fucking cow. And people are hate watching you. I find out more and more people don't fucking like you because they've seen my videos and they're like, oh, Bridget, I see that you have made YouTube rejects into your clown, or your what is it called? I made her into your lolcow, and I'm here for it. So it's just more and more people coming out saying that they don't like you because you're always playing the perpetual victim all the time. Everything happens to you for no reason, but it just happens to you.
People, there's a lot of attention on you for being boring. I don't know. It's what they say when they don't have anything.
She's boring and she's messy and the perpetual victim. It's kind of funny to laugh at because she whines and cries when people get in her business, but she does it to other people all the time.
Else to say. Basically, when they said everything they can say, he doesn't really know anything about me, so his digs were pretty weak. But
I saw Hussy stream, and I think that he was pretty accurate. That you were talking about how he's always talking about you and you had to clear things up. And Hussy was like, bitch, I don't even fucking talk about you. I don't fucking know you. You're nobody. That's what everybody been saying. He was telling the truth.
One thing he did say was, and I found this freaking hilarious. He said, she's been a reject ever since she came out her mother's hooch. Or he might have said it even worse. I don't recall, but it was very crude and disgusting.
Oh, come on now. You talk about R. Kelly and how MFW is letting people do R. Kelly's on her by peeing in her mouth.
Oh, I didn't know
I could have gone my whole life without hearing that.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that was coming out. I didn't watch all of it. That was yuck. Anyway, let's move along from that bit.
Okay.
I think this is fun and everyone is nice. True. Yeah, you're late, Ivy Push, but you're not as late as before. Anyway, so yeah, I did listen to it via Cupcake, and I'm just like, he was reading about like
he really wasn't reading. He really wasn't reading. He was just basically saying that you're nobody and he don't give a fuck about you. He did one stream with talking about you and was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck.
Was basically saying I didn't have really enough reason to pull support. And the other thing too, yes, it had to do with the and all of that. However, he hasn't changed his behavior this whole time.
Neither have you.
And so he's acting like, what, those are the only two people? I mean, even if it is, that's still disgusting. Don't get me.
Those are the people that you brought up. Who else is there?
You're wrong. I'm not demeaning that. I'm just saying it's pattern of behavior still. And he talks like,
we can talk about your pattern behavior, like with Jessica Meska, then you went to MFW, and I'm sure there are some other people in between. We'll find out. You said you're going to release the private videos on Rumble. We'll find out if you do release those private videos and how your pattern of behavior goes from one person to one person because you think that you're going to make them into a cow or they're a cow and you're going to get views from that. It's a pattern of behavior with you and you take it fucking personal and you call them all kinds of disgusting ass names and you don't even know these people. Yeah, I call you a bitch. I call you fucking dumb, but I'm not talking about your fucking sex life. And
yeah, you see that's the trouble with that corner of the internet. They are so crude, so coarse. It's like, oh my God, stop, will you? Oh, Sherry nearly spewed out her tea or a coffee. Sorry, Sherry. Honestly, I didn't know that was coming. But yeah, the point I wanted to make, and I don't know how far along she talks about it, but I just wanted to sort of shed a light on the other parts of the internet where there's still, although they are sort of fairly linked, they are linked to each other,
Right.
but they're not purely girl world. But it's just that there's so much real hatred sort of going on, and this girl here is playing the victim quite well, and I really like that Bridget is calling her out, because Bridget
What is
is
she the
no
victim of?
sorry.
What YouTube rejects? You said she's playing the victim. How
Yes,
is she
she's
playing the
playing
victim? How is
um
she the victim?
well, because when it came out that MFW's Mr. Baldyman had gone back to her, they tried to say, her and Tragic tried to say, oh well, he was just playing us, so, well, and we gave him a platform and we did this for him and he did that to us, and it's very easy for these people to play victim.
Do they believe he's
It
lying
doesn't
about the tea that he spilled or no?
No, because they wanted him to spill the tea. That's what they really wanted. And he did to a
They think
certain degree.
they played him with real tea?
Yeah. He
Hmm.
played them. Well, no, he didn't play them actually. What actually
Well,
happened
no,
was,
but I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't make any sense.
no, but then it doesn't have to in that world. It doesn't have
I
to.
suppose so. Yeah.
Because these people are just so full of hatred that it doesn't have to make sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, but in their minds, they make it make sense. But to anybody with half a brain, it's like, what? What are you talking about? You know? So
Right.
there's somebody else that I think would be quite good to look at as regards playing a victim, because this person has played it from the minute he's come on. From the minute he's come on YouTube, this individual has been a victim, and I think we know who we're talking about here. This person
Mshussy.
is the consummate victim. Now,
All right.
what I want to sort of point out in this stream is
Mm-hmm.
how he can change. Is he an actor? No, he's not. If he is, he's not a good actor, because everybody can see through his shenanigans. But this particular part that I want to play here is when he is like, he's going to play victim. His cat isn't well. Now, those of us that have seen pictures of his cat will know that that cat is not well. It is
Hmm.
way too heavy. He obviously feeds it way too much. And the last time I saw the cat, I was genuinely concerned about it, because I thought, oh my God, that cat is huge. And it was just splayed out on the sofa with this great big belly, the cat, not Hussy. And I thought, there's something wrong with that. There's
Yeah.
something wrong with that cat. So anyway, I'm going to play this, and hopefully you'll be able to understand what is going on.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Come here. I think she fell asleep. Huzzy, did you see my message? I can't find the New York City. Oh, they reported it. It's terminated.
Okay, so it looks like his Got somebody else terminated. Yay! Yeah. Anyway, the other thing is that did make me laugh was that he said, well, I don't know what's wrong with the cat. He's hiding under the sofa. Or she's hiding under the sofa. And I thought, well, that's not good. Why is that? Especially a cat that size. Maybe it's gone under there after a mouse and it's got wedged in there because it's so bloody huge. But anyway, what he's doing now is phoning up to take his cat to the vet. Okay. So that's what's happening here. Okay.
They think they're doing something. And by the way, Cupcake Archives isn't there anymore either. You fucked around and found out, didn't you?
Oh, you're such a pleasant man.
I don't know if you noticed, but that channel isn't there anymore.
Okay. Okay. So let's scoot along here because he's gone silent. Hang on. No, he's still silent. Mind you, I prefer a silent hussy. Ain't gonna lie. Still silent.
Oh, coffee sounds good.
Come on, fatso, get on. All right. Right, you wait until he comes off. It's hilarious. How, you know what I can understand is how he can wear that wig and it not irritate him in his face. I couldn't wear that all over my face. When I've got my hair done and my hair's quite long and it gets in my face, it drives me nuts. I can't
Right,
stand.
me too. He's rocking it though.
No, he's not rocking it.
I have to say, I think he does look kind of cute.
If you
It's
think that's cute, I don't
adorable.
know what kind of dolls you had when you were a kid.
Oh my
Jeez.
goodness.
I bet you had those ugly cabbage patch dolls. That's what he looks like.
You know, oh my goodness.
Come on, hustler, get off the blooming phone. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, they give me a sliding scale, and I've been doing this, and they've been very, very good. They've been, whatchamacallit?
What have they been doing?
Think. Anyway, now
Yeah.
I've been calling for a couple of days, and they keep telling me they're booked. Now he gave me names to other clinics, and I'm gonna call see how much they charge, because if I go to the clinic, I give them $50 or $100, and the vets see her and they give her medication. But if I take her to these other vets, they're gonna cost hundreds of dollars. I can't do that. So I waited on hold for 1 fucking hour.
Oh.
It's the same fucking thing every day.
Oh. He's such a mess. He is a mess. I don't care what you say, Edna. He's cuter in the blonde wig.
I mean, I think we all know he's a mess, but I don't know. Aren't we all?
Right, okay. Right, so he's all upset about his cat. Right.
Let me call this other place.
Oh, he's ringing somewhere else now, right?
Yeah, I was given your number by the ASPCA. Do you have low-cost veterinary service? Or I'm disabled.
He's disabled, my eye. He's not disabled.
How is he disabled?
He says he's blind. Okay, right, he's blind. So he sits there with this bloody doll's wig on, with glasses on, with shades on. He can read his phone. Now, those shades aren't prescription shades. So how the hell can he read? How can he
Maybe he
read?
has like super big what do you call it? Text. I knew a girl, she had was it albinism? And like part of the condition is that they have poor eyesight.
Yeah. Albino, did you say?
Albinism? I think
Yeah.
there's a certain way that you're supposed to say, like the PC way. I forget, but I think it's, I think that's how you're supposed to say it.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm sorry because, I'm not always PC. My kids have to tell
Right.
me
I
before I
don't
open my
know.
mouth. So if I've offended anyone, I'm deeply, deeply sorry. I didn't, that's just the word I know. And I do
Same
understand that
here.
with that illness, yeah, blindness is part of it. There's no way that Huss is an albino. No way.
Well, no, but
And there's also,
but the
there is,
thing is, you even with her condition, or the person I knew, um, the
honest.
condition, you don't have to be like have zero sight. It's just you can only see to a certain extent.
I understand that. But I tell you what, I must be more blind than he is because I have to wear glasses all the time. I need them
Hmm.
for long-sighted and I need them for short-sighted. I need them for the computer. I need them for my phone. This lump doesn't need them. He doesn't need them because he buys these cheap old blooming glasses from a market, shades for that matter. So and he still
Oh my
manages to
goodness.
read. So it's all a
Yeah.
load of
So maybe
baloney.
you need to move to New York and become blind.
I'm not going to New York, although I have got a cousin in New York that I spoke to the other day, and she's like, "Oh, Jan,
Oh,
yeah, I'd like you to come and visit." No, forget that.
why not? Are you are you that
You
scared
know,
of America?
one thing. Sorry.
I said, are you that afraid of America?
Oh, I'm not afraid of them. Oh, good Lord, no.
Oh,
But
okay.
I wouldn't be able to trust myself with Hussey. I tell you that. I really wouldn't.
Oh, so
I think,
you just need to keep enough space between you guys.
yeah, I would need
So
to
you need a
sort of,
whole
yeah,
ocean.
I
Okay.
couldn't trust myself with him, and it wouldn't be in a violent way. It would be that I would laugh so badly that I would probably end up embarrassing myself and peeing all over the sidewalk
Oh my
because I
goodness.
would just laugh so much. I'm sorry, but that's just it. I mean, you
Okay.
can't possibly take someone. Now he's over 6 foot tall. Now, can you imagine seeing this walking up the street in America, in New York? I mean, she
Jen,
lives
yes,
just.
I used to live in California. Yes,
Oh
absolutely.
my god. Anyway,
I
let's hear him.
I had someone ask me where like the LGBTQ center was.
Sorry,
I didn't know. I had someone ask me where the LGBT center was.
there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
That
But I'm
doesn't
just
bother me.
saying, if you say, could you imagine? Absolutely, I can imagine.
Yeah, that's another reason I'm not going then. Because if they're all walking
Okay.
around, do you know what? It's not even just the fact that he looks like that. It's that the
Mhm.
fact that he is so poor. His social skills are so poor that I j- no, I know that as soon as he opened my mouth, I'd be like grabbing the grandkids and running because
Mm.
no, I think if you were to see him on the streets in New York with his usual demeanor, which we have seen on several occasions, I think he would be quite scary. That's what I
Mm.
believe. I don't think he would come across as looking like, oh, what a cute guy, oh, isn't he cute? No, no. Listen, he's over 6 foot tall and he wears like he wears grubby clothing with it. So it's not as if he's going all out, he's not a transvestite or anything like that. The guy is just ugh, ugh. And
So, yeah.
I just know that I honestly couldn't trust myself around him. Seriously.
Okay.
And I'm not saying it in a violent way. I'm saying it in that I know that I would just be in hysterics. And I would ask him so many questions that he wouldn't be able to answer. And I think he would turn aggressive towards me, which wouldn't go well. Trust me, it wouldn't go well. I think no. So let's carry on watching him enter victimhood once again.
Okay.
Yeah, they give our number out a lot saying that we're not like necessarily a low cost vet. This is a private clinic. The doctor tries to be as affordable as she can, but it's only her, so everything's out of pocket. She doesn't get really donations or anything. And it would depend on the issue that your pet is having.
Okay, thank you. Hold on.
Right, so he's all upset, right? He's all upset because of his cat now. You watch. He's all sniffing now because he's upset.
Hello, and thank you for calling. We're sorry that we were not available to take your call directly, but if you would please leave.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
I mean, really? Why? Why speak like that? What kind of person must you be that is your automatic response? And that's a response to somebody, you know, it's a machine. It's not even a real person.
That's probably why it's so frustrating, because you're not speaking to a real person.
Yeah, but you don't, I mean, come out with language like that. I'm sorry, but no.
Thank you for calling Vetco Clinics.
Let's see what they say.
To book an appointment or obtain a copy of your medical records, please visit our website, vetcoclinics.com. If you believe your pet is experiencing a vaccine reaction or a medical emergency, please hang up and take your pet to the nearest veterinary hospital, as this line is not staffed by medical professionals. For all other inquiries, please hold for the next available agent. To repeat this message, please press 9. 1 moment, please.
I never heard of that.
Please hold while we connect you to the next available agent. All of our calls are recorded for quality assurance and training purposes.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I have to question anyone that calls that cute. I'm sorry. Come up on panel and explain to me how this is cute. I just don't get it. You're not talking to me now, Edna.
No, I am. He's going through it. He's concerned
going
about
through
his
it.
pet.
Edna, he looks like he's
That's
been
what I
through a bloody
said.
hedge. He looks like he's been through a hedge. Turned around and come back through it again.
No
Come
comment
on, be
then.
real. Sorry, I spoke
No.
over you. Sing his
No, you're
praises.
okay.
Go on, Edna. Sing his
Mhm.
praises, darling.
No, that's the thing. I don't have any praises to sing for Hussy. It's just that I think the pink and purple wig is cute. I do. Looks like a little sea shoe or something like that. You know, I do. I mean, I don't imagine he's 6 foot tall, but that's
He
why he's
is.
not on the street doing this. That he's on YouTube where he's on a little screen. You know,
He's
it's
6
cute.
foot tall. And with a great big beer gut. Well, it's not even a beer gut. It's like a great big fupa thing. Have you seen the full size of him? It's not a good look. Jeez. I just
I
have a
don't
way,
know.
man. Anyway.
I'm not one to judge. I don't know.
Oh, well, I am. When it comes to
Okay.
somebody like this, I do judge. Anyway, let's carry on.
Okay.
What? Maybe a clinic with a payment plan? Well, if they give me one, I'm fine with that.
Right, so this guy is like, oh, yeah, I don't mind paying for a payment plan because obviously he doesn't have the money. He is always setting up a GoFundMe. Always. And I think the last time, what did he get? He got $3,000 in 24 hours, 48 hours. I'm sorry, but anyone that gives this person any money, any amount of money, needs to reevaluate, their choices. Do you know, over here,
Mhm.
there are families that are really struggling to pay their bills, and I don't just mean like water, gas, and electric. I mean food. There are people
Right.
starving over here, you know, and I'm sure it's the same in America. There are
Mhm.
people who are losing their homes because they don't have enough money. They can't pay their mortgage or they can't pay their rent. And then you
Right,
get
but giving
somebody like
Hussy
this.
$20 isn't gonna put a roof over someone's head. I
Sorry?
think that I said giving Hussy $20 or $10 or whatever, that's not gonna put a roof over people's head. That's how they think about it, right? So they don't think, maybe I should use this money to do X, Y, and Z instead of this.
Well, maybe they should think that. Don't you think they should think that? I think they should think that. I think they should think, of someone who is more worthy or more needy, who could use that money. I mean, for God's sake, we know he's an alcoholic, so we know where the money's going to go. We know that he
I didn't
likes
know
to go
that.
to clubs, so we know where the money's going to go. We know he's obese, so we know where the money's going to go. Instead of it may just be that you've sent over 20 quid or $20, but that $20 could feed a family of 4. Do you see what I mean? People need to see. People need to open their eyes to what's actually going on in the universe and how
Mhm.
people are suffering. There's no excuse. In my opinion, there's no excuse. And I do get quite sort of passionate about it. Yeah,
Mhm.
over there, Amber Chick says. It's all over the
You said
world,
number 6.
people are
Mhm.
struggling. So to see this guy, this joker, with his Cash App continually displayed and his PayPal and, the GoFundMes, it makes me sick. It really makes me sick. It makes me want to vomit. And that's one of the reasons why I go for him, and I would go for anyone that constantly asks for their subscribers to fund their addictions or their life when there are people out there, who don't have the money, you know?
I don't know.
And
I guess I mean, I disagree, right? It's just if he's a online persona, this is his job. Why wouldn't? Because the last GoFundMe, unless I, have the wrong understanding, it was because of some online drama. It was just to clear that up.
oh, well,
So,
yeah, it was to go to pay his attorney. But do we know if he actually paid his attorney 3 grand?
well, that's the thing. I think I'm not sure, how that happened, but like if the attorney was actually paid or, all of that, because I think it's still ongoing, whereas because the other party didn't show or whatever, it was like a default. So I think they should have to pay the attorney fees. So that money might be refunded to everybody who donated.
Yeah, it should be, but of course it won't be. And I mean, and even going
But
over
what
to
I'm
the
saying is
attic
we don't
dwellers,
know yet. Yeah.
even going over to the attic dwellers, do you know they raised £10,000 before they disappeared? 10,000.
No.
Yeah,
Of the 15K?
yeah. Well, I don't even know if no, that 15K I think is gaining ground, but 10 grand,
Oh, shoot. Okay. It's so many different lawsuits. Jeez Louise.
10
Okay.
grand. I'm sorry, it does make me
Wow.
angry. It does,
Yeah.
and it makes me, it makes me
That's a
emotional
lot of
as
money.
well because I care about people. I genuinely care about people, and I don't know whether you'd call
It
me
is what it is.
humanitarian. I suppose I am a bit, but I
Well,
genuinely
no, I just think that
care about
10K
people.
is a lot of money. We know that. but it's not
10K.
really that much because, like, when we think about when we earn that much, it doesn't really seem to amount to much, right? But so I don't know. It's hard. It's subjective. It's really subjective.
I don't even think it's subjective. I just think it's the way the world is, and I think it stinks, quite
Mm.
honestly. And quite possibly because I've been in situations where I really needed the money, or I felt my
Mhm.
family really, really needed the money. But you know, we would never ask for it. I tell you what, I'll tell you the truth. I started a GoFundMe once when my baby girl had leukemia, and she
Mm.
was in a hospital many miles away, and my daughter stayed with her the whole time, but I used to go every single day, and her husband used to go every single day, and it took its toll, you know, on
Right.
petrol and everything. And I remember thinking, "Do you know, I wonder if I can start a GoFundMe and just ask, you know, just for like petrol money, really, because it was getting too much, and the hospital car parks was really expensive, and I just thought if I could just get, you know, a few £100 to give to my daughter to just say, look, you don't have to worry about your husband coming and, you know, and parking up twice a day, you know, because and paying a ridiculous amount of money just to park the car to see his sick baby, you know, and also I thought, you know, it was like I can't remember how much it was a day, but it was enough, you know. So
Okay.
we sort of really
Well, anything
struggled.
like that is more than you budget for. You don't ever budget for,
You
like
don't budget for that,
a
you
sick
know,
child.
and you know
Yeah.
that's why I get, you know, really upset about the way
Mhm.
people just throw money around. Um, it's
I think
just
it kind of comes from people, not having a lot at one point, right? So when they get the chance, they feel like they're gonna spend their money the way they see fit.
yeah, because they haven't experienced it. Well, I've experienced it, you know, in numerous occasions in my life. I've experienced not having enough money, you know. So it's not a jealousy thing. I'm not jealous of someone like him. I'm not jealous of Hussey in any shape or form. I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy that I'm surrounded by loved ones and my family, something that he doesn't have. But what I don't like is the fact that he can just come on here squawking like a baby bird that's been kicked out of the nest, and people will pay him money. That to me is so hard. It's just hard for
Mm.
me to accept it. And shall I tell you how much I raised in my GoFundMe? Zero.
Yes, go.
Absolutely
Oh,
zero. So
wow.
just think about that, you know, and I think people, you know, maybe these people that come online, they don't sort of, you know, I do believe that some people just live their lives totally online, um,
Right.
and they don't think beyond that. But I can't, you know, I live in the real world. I've always lived in the real world. Um, I share some of it with my YouTube channel, but the
Mhm.
vast majority of my life is offline. And let's just read what Reading and Retail said. Hello, Reading and Retail. Lovely to see you, darling. You will see
You will
me
see
in
me. Oh,
say
sorry,
this.
go ahead.
You will see me in any panel say this. I stand strong in my opinion that donations are a choice. No one forces anyone to donate, so why should we care who donates to who? It's their money to give. Yes, I agree with your sentiments, but I'm just giving my opinion on it. That's all. I'm just giving my thoughts on it, and I understand that they're not going to be everybody's, but yeah. That's all I'm giving. And your point is valid. Your point is absolutely valid. Edna, what did you want to say, darling?
Oh, I was just gonna read the comments. Sorry, I didn't realize you were gonna read.
Sorry.
I didn't really have a no. Um, yeah, I agree with reading where I mean, you both made great points where, yeah, if we have a way to like a healthier way maybe, or I guess maybe a greater good um option to spend our money, of course, that would be what we would want to use. But also that's not always what gives us the greater entertainment value or like because to say we give just to give, I don't think it's necessarily true. I feel like we give, but also we want to get something in return for it. And I think for a lot of people, donating to the war chest or whatever the GoFundMe of the day is, does that.
So readings put, I understand everyone feels differently. It's okay to disagree. Absolutely. Yeah, it is okay to disagree. And I realise, I speak with great passion because, that's who I am. I'm a very passionate person. And, I do feel very strongly on this. And Edna, I'm going to disagree with you on the giving to receive. I don't give to receive.
Okay.
Now, do I get, but then I'm thinking, well, did you mean as regards a creator? Because as you say, as I've said, I'm now a member of Yomama. I give to him because yes, he does entertain me, so I do understand that. But
I would say
then,
even in our charities where, people give to the Salvation Army or whatever, but they give so that they can get the tax write-off or they give because, they want to see that their belongings don't go to waste. They're not, it's not truly altruistic.
yeah. Some people, Regent says, some people, yeah, some people to give to get something. Yeah, I think that's true. Not everyone, though. Yeah, I agree with you. Um, yeah, and I think there is a different context when it comes to giving to a creator. Yes, I can understand that. Of course, I can understand that. And it's like if people give to my channel, then I think that that's really kind of them, and I think that they're giving me, something because they appreciate me. So, yeah, I do understand that. But what I don't understand is so many people giving to somebody who, in my opinion, doesn't deserve it. I think that's probably what I'm sort of getting at. Let's see what Dawn said.
Right.
When you see things over and over, it's frustrating to see unsuspecting people fall for hustles. Yes, I know. I agree.
Dawn, yes.
I
And the
agree
thing
with
is, the older I get, the more I realize that it's not as clear what's a hustle
that.
anymore.
Yeah. Now I call Hussy the hustler, and it's for that reason because I think that's what he does. I think he just hustles. Um, and he does it successfully because he's had more than one um GoFundMe and profited quite greatly because of it. So
Mm,
I think he knows if he comes on and he's all upset, he touches certain people's hearts, which in turn will touch their purse strings. That's what I think. And I don't like that. That's a real hustler.
Thank you for
right.
calling. My name is Ashley. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I would like to bring my cat in. She's sick, but my question is, do you have a sliding scale? I am disabled, and I usually take her to the ASPCA, but they've been booked for the last few days, and she needs to be seen by a vet. They gave me your number.
Right. So I'm really sorry to hear about your pet, but we are only a mobile clinic, and the only services we do is vaccines and preventative care. So we don't see sick pets.
Okay. Do you know anywhere that I can call?
So you'd have to reach out to a full service clinic, or you can try contacting Petco Total Care.
Call who?
Petco Total Care.
What's that?
So they're a full service clinic and they're located inside Petco.
Oh, okay. Do you have their number?
I can check to see if we have a number for them. So do you know what location you'd like to take a pet into?
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Okay, so he's going to go quiet again now. Right, the point I meant to play sort of earlier on where he was joking and messing about with his chat, and then he gets all serious, and then starts pretending to cry and all the rest of it. This is what a hustler is. So I just want to get to the end of this because I didn't see the end of it. I want to see whether, in fact, he does get a vet. And I think it will be interesting to see whether he's prepared to pay something towards getting his sick pet seen to.
Search now.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Huzzy. Try searching for mobile vet clinics. The NYCACC, the shelter, sometimes has them. Yeah, I'm gonna I gotta figure out where I'm gonna take her. I have to take her on. What's today? Oh shit, today's Friday?
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna have to make some phone calls. I waited a fucking hour. I called them at 8 o'clock because they tell you to call at 8 o'clock when the phone call's open. When the phone's
all right, stop bloody moaning. Nobody cares. Right, so I think it'll be interesting to see if he does, in fact, get that cat seen to. That cat has looked ill for a long time, in my opinion. I'm a cat person, and I've never had a cat that looks like Hussey's. It is seriously overweight.
Do you have a picture of the cat?
Let's see if we can find it. How would I find it? Where would it be? Let's go into Google. Let me put in Hussey's cat. Hussey's.
That is funny.
Anyone responding? Did
it come up?
Who's on there?
I said, did it come up?
No.
I'm gonna try it. Okay, I was like, I did. No shade, but it's like I doubt it.
Let me get on his Twitter because I think it may have been on the Twitter. Let's see. There he is. Right. Let's see if we've got a picture. Oh, there's one. There's one. Ugh. Now, I love cats, but I'm telling you, this one ain't healthy. Look at the size of it. Can you see? You can't see it very well from there.
Oh, look at it. I have a thing for like orange cats. I know this is like barely orange, but he's a calico. Close enough.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find another one. I think he put up a little video a while ago. Hang on 1 second. I'm just going to look in his media. Right. Let's see. Right. That wasn't a very good here. Oh, that's one. My chunky. Right. On the 15th, he put my chunky monkey. Okay. Right. There's his chunky monkey. It's too fat.
Oh.
There was one that
Maybe
I saw.
No cats, but I don't think that cat looks like deathly sick, or just so
He
sickly.
doesn't look deathly sick, but he looks very overweight. And I would suggest that one of the reasons why he's overweight is because he doesn't get any exercise. What exercise does the cat get? He's an indoor cat in a blooming sky high sort of box in the sky. Hang on 1 second. I just want to see. Let me get back onto there. And oh no, I've lost him. Right, let's see if I can find another one. I know that maybe I should go on his YouTube. There was one where the cat was just lying on the bed, and I thought, oh my God, he looks enormous. And you know, I've never had indoor cats, but I know people do. But it does worry me how cats get any exercise if they're indoors. How do they,
Okay.
you know,
I think
that?
you're just supposed to like play with them, like
Yeah, I
you
guess.
know, like with different cat toys. Like
No, he hasn't got any more on there. But I want to find the picture that I think makes the, you know, shows the cat being, you know, a bit massive, in my opinion. Right,
okay.
hang on. I'm going to go onto his YouTube. Right. I think he did put up a small one. I think he put a short one up. Hang on one sec. Right. Did he do a short? I think he did a short. Oh, he seems to be getting rid of a lot of his videos. I wonder why. Right. Where's the one where? Oh, he's a sneaky whatnot. He's got rid of his shorts, and I'm sure there was one of the cat on there. Oh, there it is. Right, hang on one sec. Let's stop that. Right, this is the one that caused me the concern. Okay. This isn't right. Okay, let's go. Okay.
What are you doing? Are you sleepy? Huh?
See how
Wanna say hi
fat
to
he
the
is?
hussies? Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, boo. Say I'm taking a nap. Look at me. Say hi. You want to give kisses?
Poor cat. Poor cat. Honestly, I think that's awful. It's just too
Okay.
big. Okay. Oh, his reading saying he isn't sick. He's an older cat. My cat was fatter than that and in good health. Really? Oh, see, for me, and I've had loads of cats, I would say that that cat is obese. But then, you know, that's just my opinion. We can all agree to disagree. Yeah, that's what I thought, Dawn. You know, that's what I thought. Should we take another look at it? Because, you know, I don't think I'm making it up. You know,
Sure, go ahead.
I-
You sleepy? Huh? Want to say hi to the hussies? Say hi. Say
look,
hi.
that he's huge.
Boo. Say I'm taking a nap.
He's
Mhm.
Look at me.
huge.
Say hi. You want to give
It
kisses?
actually looks like he's about to give birth, or she's about to give birth. Absolutely huge. So anyway, that's that. So I think I'm going to say good night because it's midnight now, and
Oh my goodness.
yeah, and I need to grab me something to eat as well. So, but first things first, I want to say a huge thank you to this young lady who's come up on my channel again. Thank you, darling. And
Thank you, Jan.
I also want to say a huge thank you to everybody that's popped in and you know, suffered with me for a little while. I do appreciate.
No, this has been nice.
Yeah, so I am planning to do these Friday night dramas most Fridays because I think they're quite fun and we can chill and just, you know, talk about the nonsense that goes on in our sort of little corner of the internet. And it's not something
Exactly.
that, you know, I do normally on my live, so it's quite nice to have the opportunity to do it because I do like a bit of drama. We all like a bit of drama. Thank you,
I
Dawn.
agree.
Have a wonderful weekend as well. And let's just do you know what? completely forgot to put any of my banners up. I'm useless at this, guys. Absolutely useless. So have you got any plans for the weekend, Edna?
No, I don't have any plans, but I just want to send some healing energy out to Hussy's cat.
Yeah.
Although I think they maybe just need to lose a few pounds, but if if they are really sick, I do hope that they feel better soon.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I mean, I didn't show it because I don't like cats or because I don't like Hussy. I've shown it because, in my opinion, the cat is overweight. And if he's now gone under the sofa, that isn't a good sign. You know,
Mm.
there's a reason why he's hiding himself away. So I do believe that, and I hope that Hussy does get him some help or her some help. I think it's a she, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm
So
not sure, but I think sometimes it's healthy just for the animals to fast, just like for people.
yeah, yeah. But as I say, when I saw that video, I thought, oh my God, that cat is not well. He's too overweight. I've had cats who've had kittens who were that size. So
Right.
yeah. So I hope he does do the right thing. I hope he doesn't start another GoFundMe hustle to get the cat seen to. He should be looking after his cat, whether he's got the money to or not. That's my last words on it. So you have a superb weekend, Edna, and I'm sure, excuse me, I'll see you out and about with everybody. So do you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Yes, goodbye, everyone. Dawn, Sherry, Riri, and something innocuous, and that Amber chick.
And me, of course. Yeah.
And Jen, of course.
How dare
Bye.
you? How
I
dare
love
you even
I
forget
love you, Jen.
me?
That's the assumption. It's like, of course it's ain't bye. It's never bye with you. I'll just see you later.
Yeah. See you later, mashed potato. Take
After all,
it
crocodile.
easy and keep smiling. So bye-bye to
Yes.
everybody. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe and be kind to one another and even more importantly to yourself. Bye-bye for now.